By the end of this video, not only are you going to feel like you matter, you are going to understand why you matter. Hello. It's hot. I don't know if it's because I lived in LA for a couple of years and I came back to this humidity. I just don't remember it being this hot, especially at night. It's still 85 degrees. What the fuck is that? What is that? The sun is all the way down and it's still 85 degrees. Anyway, a little birdie told me that you're feeling like you don't matter. And we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that because that needs to be fixed. By the end of this video, not only will you feel like you matter, you will know exactly why you matter. My melanin compels me, as diminished as it is in this lifetime, compels me to have knowings, beliefs, thoughts. And one of those knowings is that I am not a human having a spiritual experience. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. My home is the ancestral realm. That's where I exist. And then I come here to do the things that need to be done. I go back to the ancestral realm. So that being said, you are a spirit having a human experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Put it this way, energy is energy. It comes in different forms. Just like how water can be solid, it can be liquid, and it can be gas. We are spiritual energy in solid form, but that is not the only form that we exist in. Okay? All right. Imagine you are in the ancestral realm, right? You're with all your family members. Everyone you've ever loved is up there. It's always cracking jokes. It's laughter. It's connection. It's unity. It's having a good time. And that is just what life is. You have a good time. It's all love, right? And you visit, let's say you visit your great times 7 grandchildren here in the world, in the material world, and you're like, oh my baby, I remember when you were partying with us. Now you're here. That's crazy. Let me give you a hug. You know, you give them a big squeeze, and they can't feel it. They don't know you're there because they're in it. They're in this world. They can't. They're focused in on everything that's happening in solid form. You give them a big hug, and maybe they have some sense of, I feel a little bit of love today. I don't know. I feel a little better today. I don't know what it is. And then you see where your great grandchild times 7's head is at, and they're feeling depressed. They're feeling helpless. They're feeling like they don't matter. And you're trying to say to them, listen, why is your head in this place? Do you know where you come from? Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're going after this? Do you know that heaven is a place on earth? Why are you thinking like, girl, are you okay? She's just she's focused on some other shit. She can't hear you. You yell as a spirit, listen! I don't know, maybe some lights flicker. You try every single possible thing, and this child is just focused in a different way, in a different realm. She's just focused somewhere else. And as a spirit, you're like, damn, I'm doing everything I can, but no, she can't see me. She can't hear me. What the fuck am I gonna do? You are this spirit, right? And we're gonna flip the perspective, because this is probably going somewhere you didn't think it was going. Now you are flesh and blood. And when you say something, you can be heard. When you walk into a room, you can be seen. They might pretend not to see you. They might pretend not to hear you, but they can hear you because you are flesh and blood and your voice can be heard. You can affect people. When you scream, you are heard. When you scream, it reverberates in this reality. When you were a spirit, you couldn't affect people. You couldn't change the way they think. But now you have a voice that can be heard. You have a voice that can affect other people. You affect other people with your vision, with your image, with the way that you speak, with the way that you dress yourself, with the way that you carry yourself, with your thoughts, with your ideas. You can disrupt entire systems of thought by thinking differently. And chances are, if you're watching this, you think a little differently from the norm. You can connect with other people. You can affect other people's day. You can affect plants, animals, human beings. Not only the ones you come in contact with in the flesh, but through social media. Your thoughts can affect other people. Your thoughts reverberate out into the universe. You affect one person, that affects another person, that affects another person, and it reverberates throughout time forever. The choices you make reverberate throughout time forever. What I want you to know is that that human power of being flesh and blood is a tremendous power that cannot be overlooked. You can affect people, and you are meant to affect other people. You were designed to affect other people. You were designed for this. You were made for this. The African perspective does not believe in accidents, does not believe this is random. You did not randomly stumble upon this video. This video was made for you. This video is the ancestors talking through me to you so that you can get this message, so that you can feel like you matter. You are flesh and blood, and you can affect. You have the power to affect. That is the main thing. You are not invisible. You are not mute. You can write. Your ideas can be communicated. You think, you have a consciousness, you have awareness. You can affect and disrupt other people's thoughts, ideas. So you need to understand that power, number one, first. You have the power to affect people, even in the smallest ways, even if whatever you think is a small way. It doesn't matter if it's small or big. The power to affect is real. I need to get my little piece of paper because I wrote everything down. Making a difference in someone's life is not small. That compliment disrupted someone's day for the better. And compliments always make people feel good. It always does something good. That intention is there. It has a positive effect on someone. It makes someone think differently about themselves. If you compliment someone's pants, they're going to feel different wearing those pants the next time they put them on. Maybe that's the confidence they needed for their interview. You are a person who can affect. You see what I'm saying? All right. The second thing is that your life experience is valuable. Whatever you have learned in this lifetime is valuable to someone. Whatever you have experienced, whatever adversity you have gone through, and you have gone through it and gotten to the other side, that knowledge of how to get from one place to another is valuable to someone. You learn, you teach. Your experiences, the hardships you have gone through, doesn't matter what they are, but if you have figured some shit out, if you had some challenge and you figured it out and you worked through it, that is valuable and you need to teach it. You need to say it, you need to art it out, you need to express it, you need to teach somebody. Because somebody is going through that same challenge and needs your help, needs your experience, needs your mind. The time you spent going through that, struggling through that, and learning from your own life experience, somebody needs that. Somebody needs that. Your life experience is valuable. And in order for you to really find that place in the world, you have to speak up. You have to say it. You have to teach your life experience. You have to meet people and help them. It is a responsibility that you have to teach others what you have learned. Okay? That's another reason why you matter, because your life experience matters. Your life experience is valuable. So by that stance, the more you learn, and if you are a learning somebody, if you are somebody who is courageous, who can face their feelings, face their beliefs, just confront things. Look people in the eye, look yourself in the eye, look your problems in the eye, look your fears in the eye. That is even more valuable. And if you are somebody who is still scared, who is still bowing to your fears, go to number 1 and feel that power of you can affect. You can affect yourself. You can affect your own day. You can affect your tomorrow by eating differently today. You just have to understand what it means to have human power, what it means to be human. There is nobody above you. There is nobody below you. That is a lie. It is a lie. It is a lie. You are not an accident. You are not random. And if you really want to subscribe to that belief, good luck feeling like you matter. If you have to play by that colonized mind bullshit in order to feel like you matter, you will never get there because that world was not made for you. I'm talking to the people with the big spirits out here, with the big spiritual inheritance. This world, this colonized world, you were never meant to have power in it. The level of harm you have to do to yourself, to your values, to your integrity in order to be at the top of that system is spiritual ruin. You will have nothing. We have to really understand the world that we have absorbed by living in this environment. If you are American, if you are British, if you're in the UK, wherever you are in the world, you have been colonized to believe certain things about yourself, to believe that you should be something else, that you should be better than who you are, that you need to earn mattering in the world. Our way is so deep in our blood. It's so deep in our DNA to walk around this earth knowing that we can affect it. Walking around this earth like you matter. Not just matter, you matter. You got to dress like you matter. You got to walk like you matter. The only reason I'm making this video in the first place, okay, is because if I had to pick a core wound of mine, it would be trying to blend in as much as I possibly can in with the white world. Trying to exist there, trying to experience some form of power in the white world. I grew up in, I came into consciousness in a white world, in a white institution. And so my little girl found herself in a white world and tried to adapt as best as she possibly could. She didn't know there were any other worlds. She didn't know there was another world. She didn't know there was a black world. Except when she went to England with her big black family. That was a different. But her world, the one that she lived in, was a white world. It was a white world. And that white world exists in here. But what we have to do is disown that shit. This doesn't belong to me. This world was not made for me. This world was not made for me to have power. And there are certain beliefs that are deeply lodged in there, deeply lodged into our spirit, crippling us, crippling our power, crippling our self-knowledge, because we are believing some bullshit lies. Okay? Bullshit lies like, I didn't ask to be here. I'm just here randomly on this planet. No, you're not. Just think about it. Think about the effect that belief has. Just think about how that belief makes you feel, that I'm random, that I'm here by accident. How does that make you feel? Is that how you want to feel? You just think that that's the right belief, that's the right, because some white man said it? That this is all random? And because a white man said it, some white scientist said it, that makes it true? That is still a colonized mindset. That is a mindset that comes from the Enlightenment period, which was from 16 something to 18 something. We still live in a world where white thoughts and white ideas, colonizer thoughts, colonized ideas, still reign supreme. We still subscribe to it thinking that it is the height of intelligence. And it's not. So we have to take our ashe back from these colonized thoughts, take our ashe back. My ashe was never meant to be lodged in this system. It was never meant to be here. And how dare you try to claim dominion over me, my mind, my spirit? I don't belong here. I was never meant to belong in this white world. I'm meant to belong with the people folk. I'm not meant to hold up the world as it is. I'm meant to take my ashe back from this world, from this perspective world that I was taught this is the only world to exist in, and find myself back with the people folk. Find myself in the world that I was made for. So if you're feeling like you don't matter, you're existing in the wrong world. And that world is a perspective, a colonized perspective. So come on over. I know I felt just as bamboozled. I felt just as disillusioned. I was just as disillusioned as you. But now it's time to take your ashe back from this bullshit. It's time to strengthen your sense of self. It's time to strengthen who you are, to put your ashe back into yourself, to put your ashe back into your community. We have to give our power back to our people, the people who want you to be free, the people who know that when you're in your power, that puts me in my power. I want you to be in your power so I can be in my power. And we influence each other. I said this in another video. Those who want you liberated and want you in your full power know that that is going to benefit them. But any perspective that says, I want you to be a little bit less than, that's white. That's a white lie. That is a Caucasian, that is a European colonizer lie. Right, because let's not say white anymore. We're going to say European. European colonizer. All right, I think that's all I have to say. I don't know if there's anything else to say, really. Oh, let me just say this. Instead of making statements about yourself and judgments about yourself, ask more questions. Instead of, I don't like that I do this. Why do I do this? Why? Ask yourself why. Less statements, more questions. That's how you get to know yourself. You got to know yourself before you know anything. Okay? All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Have a lovely day. Stay cool. But don't they know? Don't they know it's all love? Don't you know you're here to have fun? You're here to have a good time? To learn some lessons and to teach some lessons and to have a good time doing it? Don't you know?